And a very good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. I am Todd Duke, and we are ready for another double dose of some Kahok basketball action. The girls are back on the home court after a little trip out to East St. Louis on Thursday with mixed results. But we move on to another day, and today we take on the O'Fallon Lady Panthers. Hope everybody's doing all right. It is very, very cold here in the Midwestern USA, so if you are listening from someplace warm, I envy you and I am jealous. It is, it was 7 degrees on my way here and a wind chill of minus 10. Flurries flowing all around, but that's just the beginning of it. We're supposed to be getting wave after wave of snowstorms starting tomorrow and lasting all the way into late afternoon on Monday. 3 to 6 inches is what they're expecting here in the St. Louis area with overnight lows right around 0. In some cases, it's going to be minus 0, and the wind chills will remain under 0 and beyond. They're looking at 15 below 0 tomorrow morning and again on Monday morning. So we're in for some pretty nasty weather around these parts. But we're going to get these two games in today. We are next scheduled to be on the air with you on Monday for a couple of boys' games. But if I'm a betting man, and some of you that know me might say, yeah, he is, I don't think we're going to be playing Monday. I honestly don't. And we might actually not be playing on Tuesday either, but that remains to be seen. But I would imagine 85% chance that we're not going to be playing on Monday. So bear with us, and when we have cancellations, there are some blanks left in the schedule on purpose, just for makeups, and that I think is a couple of weeks from now. So they do have a chance to make these games up, and hopefully they will indeed get that done. We're just about ready to go here between Collinsville and O'Fallon. We'll begin with some starters for you for O'Fallon. I don't have any heights or years for the O'Fallon junior varsity roster, so Claire Keel will get the start tonight along with Macy Mueller, Harmony Tart, Kendall Jokerst, and Sanaa Hawkins. That's the starting five for the O'Fallon Lady Panthers, and for the Collinsville Kahawks, they'll start off with 5'5" sophomore Emma Rabashevsky, Ricky Merlack, a 5'7" junior, Sanaa Harris, the 5'8" sophomore, Katie Bardwell, 5'8" freshman, who I am very impressed with thus far, both on the junior varsity and the varsity level, and Lucy Montgomery, 5'10" junior, rounds out the starting five for your Collinsville Lady Kahawks. JV girls come in with a record of 2-1. Not sure about O'Fallon. They just played their first game on Thursday night. The varsity team won 71-44 at Alton. They had a game scheduled earlier that was against Edwardsville that ended up being canceled. So that's where we stand right now. JV team 2-1. Varsity team looking for their first win of the year, and we'll have that game for you at the conclusion of this one. I'm going to need a camera person over here. Tough these days to find camera people. Nobody in the gym. So we'll deal with it, and we'll be fine, and we'll get through it. We are underway. First quarter action. I got to get my chair out of the way so I can do this. And O'Fallon with the ball first. And that's number 55, Hawkins in the middle. Now outside, three-point shot on the way. That's a little short off of the hands of Tart. Nice save by O'Fallon, or attempted save anyway, by Hawkins. And it's a turnover for O'Fallon, and Collinsville will get the ball for the first time. Into the offensive zone already. And a turnover. We had a lot of those, 31 of them in the East St. Louis game on Thursday. And our first points, nope, didn't happen. Rolled right around the rim from shot from Keel. O'Fallon gets the rebound, now back over to Keel, over in that far side. And a shovel pass, one-arm style, all the way to the other side of the court. Bounce pass underneath for Mueller. Back out front it goes for Jogers. She takes a shot, and that's good for two. We have our first score. I have way too many things to do right now. Collinsville brings it back up court. There is Ricky Merlack. And Merlack gets fouled, and I believe that one's going to go to Macy Mueller. And Mueller will pick up the first foul of the game, and her first. Inbound pass comes in, and Montgomery off the glass, can't get it to fall, tries to pick up her own rebound, can't do it. O'Fallon, they bring it back up court. And a pass over here on this near side, now back out to the top of the key for Tart. Over on the far side for Jokerst. Up inside, Mueller trying to get around a couple of Kahawks, nothing doing there. And then Keel, top of the key for Hawkins. Hawkins, nowhere to go, kicks it back outside for Tart. Tart with a slingshot pass over everyone's head. And the second turnover for O'Fallon will give the ball back to Collinsville with 6:19 left to play here in this opening quarter. Merlack fires it across, gets it to Harris, and a turnover will head it back the other way. There's Jokerst off the glass, good for 2, and it's 4-0. Jokerst, she has all of them. Harris with the ball, near side sideline, takes it over to the other side, and another turnover. Ricky Merlack had that ball tip off the top of her fingers. O'Fallon brings the ball up. That is Tart over on the far side for Keel. Keel back out front now for Jokerst. Far side Tart. Just outside the lane and to the free throw line for Hawkins. Couple of dribbles, kicks it back outside. Jokerst with a shot, and that one rolls across the rim and knocked out of bounds. And I believe they're going to say O'Fallon gets to keep it. Inbound pass comes in all the way to the top of the key. Far side three-point shot. Hits the fat part of the iron, won't go in, and this time the ball is knocked out of bounds by Hawkins. Collinsville brings the ball back up. Rebishewski over to Harris. Harris over to Merlack. Merlack back over this way. Bardwell in. Glass, good. Collinsville has their first 2 points. 4-2. 5 minutes to play here in this opening quarter. Hawkins in the paint. Takes the shot. Rolls around the rim. Harris with the rebound for Collinsville. See, I'm all over the place. I need somebody to come over here and help me with this camera. Rebishewski gets around a couple of people and then accidentally throws the ball away. And we have our first mask break. 90-second mask break coming up, and we will take a break here on the Kahok Sports Network, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
Mask break number 1 in the books, and Jordan Gary has shown up and helped me out. She's bailing me out again. Kahok varsity basketball player, and we'll have some help up here a little bit later on. The junior varsity girls will help out. No Lori Billy today. That's why we had to recruit from outside the ranks, if you will. Another turnover by O'Fallon. Score remains 4-2 in favor of the Panthers. Collinsville brings it up. Rabashitsky accepts a pass from Merlack. Merlack cuts into the just outside the lane, takes the shot, no good. There's Montgomery with a rebound, and it's tied up. Possession arrow is in favor of Collinsville. So we'll do it all over again. Reset. Harris triggering the inbound pass. Does so out front to Rabashitsky, and she gets there before it goes out of bounds or crosses the timeline. Now Emma brings it up, gives it to Harris. Almost lost the handle, did Harris. And now she gives it up for Merlack. Merlack over on the far side for Bardwell. Bardwell, free throw line, takes the shot off the glass, gets her own rebound, and then has it shoved out of bounds by Hawkins. So it stays with Collinsville. We know that the freshman boys won today at O'Fallon, 45-43. Nail biter of a game from what I heard. And as soon as we have any results from the junior varsity boys playing right now in O'Fallon, we'll pass that along to you. And then the boys scheduled to take the court at 2:30. And now turnover, as both Harris and Rubashinsky were trapped on that baseline and couldn't get out. O'Fallon brings the ball up to Hawkins. Hawkins up underneath the basket, and a nice save there by Johnson. Now back out front for Keel. Into the corner it goes. McNary, a three-point shot. That won't hit the mark. And the rebound being fought for. This time the possession arrow in favor of O'Fallon, so the Lady Panthers will keep the ball. Craig Hall comes in for Collinsville. Sanaa Harris to the bench. And Claire Keel triggers the inbound pass all the way out to the top of the key for Johnson. Johnson gives it up now for McNary. Back out front we go for Keel. Far side, McNary. Jokerst and Hawkins. Hawkins throws the ball away. She had too much mustard behind that pass that was intended for Riley Johnson. 6th turnover for O'Fallon. O'Fallon in the road gold uniforms. I know I have them as blue on my scorecard because gold doesn't work very well with the white lettering. So I went with the alternate color. And Emma Rabashinsky steps out of bounds trying to squeeze around two defenders. Keel and McNary were there, and Rubashinsky bounces off of him and steps on the purple line. That's out of bounds, and that's the 4th turnover for Collinsville. Into the corner it goes. Panthers with the ball back. Here is Hawkins over on the far side for Keel. Keel with a bounce pass to Johnson just outside the lane. Shot no good. Whistle against O'Fallon. That one's going to go against Riley Johnson. Her first, team second. 3:03 left to play here in this opening quarter. 4-2 in favor of O'Fallon. They got the first 4 points. Collinsville has answered with 1 bucket, as both teams are trying to break the struggle of the early shooting woes here. Here's Bardwell. Bardwell gives it up to Merlack. Merlack breaks in from the left wing. Bounce pass over to Hall. Shot. That goes behind the basket. And the 5th turnover for Collinsville. O'Fallon will get the ball back, and it'll be Claire Keel on the inbound pass to Jokerst. Jokerst. To Keel, and she couldn't hold on to that ball, and now it's on the ground, and there's a battle for it. Jump ball, this time possession arrow in favor of Collinsville, so count that as a turnover for O'Fallon. As Macy Mueller checks back into the game, Hawkins to the bench. Harris comes back in for Collinsville. Rabashitsky to the bench. And that ball knocked out of bounds by Ricky Merlack. So, or no, they're going to say it was last touched by a Panther. So that's good. Rabashitsky didn't stay on the bench very long, and Katie Bardwell will head to the bench for a break. Rabashinsky to Harris. I take a drink, and then I got to readjust my mask. Bounce pass to Merlack. Merlack dribbles her way to the top of the key, switches directions, and now throws it over to Hall. Hall travels. Steve Schneider, coach of the JV team here for Collinsville. Stephanie Copeland, the junior varsity head coach for O'Fallon. Jogerst. On to the right side for Keel. Back to Jogerst. And back to Keel. She'll launch a three from there, and she'll hit it. So number 3 gets the first three-pointer of the game. And 7-2 in favor of O'Fallon. And now we have a foul coming up against Jogerst. That'll be her first, team third. Inbound pass coming in from Harris to Rabashewski. Rabashewski tried to get it back to Harris, but a nice read there by McNary, and she ditches it off to the left, and Keel has an easy 2-point bucket. And O'Fallon has extended their lead to 9-2. Timeout on the floor. We will step aside as well, and we are back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, the newest in online auctioning. Go to ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's HIBid.com to check out what's up for bid in the next auction. Ogle Auctions deals with everyday items like board games, t-shirts, and more, to collectibles, whether that is a vehicle, vinyl records, or vintage toys. Or how about a trolley car? And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more items. Check out their next online auction at ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's ogleauctionshibid.com. Or call Kim Ogle today at 618-980-4530.
They all do. Todd Duke and Jordan Gary back with you. 1:48 left to play here in this opening quarter. 9-2 in favor of O'Fallon. And Collinsville with the inbound pass. Here comes Ricky Merlack. Merlack gets bumped into. Yep, can't do that. That's a hip check in hockey. In basketball, it's called a foul. Fourth team foul. First one on McNary. And now Harris will inbound right in front of Chris Kettler at the bench, and that is picked off by Jogerst, and she is uncontested up to the basket for a quick 2 points. Seventh turnover for Collinsville. O'Fallon has 7 of them too, but Collinsville can't seem to capitalize on the turnovers that O'Fallon's given, but O'Fallon definitely capitalizing on the turnovers given up by Collinsville. Another timeout on the floor. We'll step aside for a brief moment as well. One of our new sponsors, Smoothie King, signed up with us yesterday, and we are happy to have them on board. And we're back in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. Each ingredient chosen carefully, every blend crafted masterfully. Nurturing your passion, nourishing your purpose. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
Locally owned and locally operated Smoothie King next to Qdoba in the Collinsville Crossing. Be sure to check them out. They're going to have some donation opportunities for you all that will benefit Kahok Sports coming up. And as soon as they give us the information on that, of course, we'll pass it along to you. We welcome Smoothie King aboard. We had a couple of new sponsors come on, too. Haven't had a lot of chance to talk about much of them, but I've been busy, so we'll try to get to them as best we can. O'Fallon with the ball. Nice rebound by Collinsville. Only their third rebound here in this first quarter. And now Harris fires it back to Montgomery. Over on the far side it goes. That was Plummer. Now Merlack. She's trying to find the handle on the ball. Runs into a player. Here is Harris, and a shot that's just a little bit short. Rebound belongs to O'Fallon. They bring it up and off the glass. Can't get it to go. Harris, she gets a rebound for Collinsville, and then a whistle will stop the action with 1:06 left to play here in this first quarter. Inbound pass coming in from Sammy McNary. McNary just puts it up high for Riley Johnson, probably the tallest girl on the floor right now. And then Collinsville ends up with the rebound, and they bring it up. Here is a shot, and, oh, nope, couldn't fall in for Bardwell. Trying to add on to the only 2 points for Collinsville. She scored those a little earlier. Rebound belongs to O'Fallon. They put it up, and it's going to be a foul. And we're going to have our first free throw participant of the day. This one's going to go against Lucy Montgomery. And that is Lady Kahok's first foul of this game. At the free throw line, Harmony Tart. First shot. Good. Next one for Tart. Both good. 45 seconds to play here in this first quarter. Here's Bardwell. Bardwell stops, gives to Montgomery. Montgomery races in from the right wing, almost lost the handle on the ball, kicks it out to the outside for Merlack. She'll split the defense, have the ball partially tipped, and it ends up into the hands of Tart. Tart trapped in the backfield. Ball knocked away by Merlack, and they just get it across probably right before that whistle was going to blow. Here is Jilgerst on the wing. Top of the key for Tart. Back to Jilgerst. Far side now for McNary. Just outside the lane. Bounce pass back out front for Tart. Johnson, turnaround shot won't fall. Harris gets a rebound. And then, right at the buzzer, Collinsville tried to throw that ball away. 13-2 after one quarter of play. We'll take a timeout and come back with quarter number 2 in just a second here on the Kahok Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Back here at Collinsville High School, I am Todd Duke. Glad that you're with us on the Kahok Sports Network. One quarter in the books. 13-2 in favor of O'Fallon. Collinsville held to 2 points in one quarter, and it's an 11-point lead for O'Fallon. Next girl up, Jenna Scheller on the camera. Kind of up just a little bit so they can see the basket. There you go, dear. Thank you. All right, Ricky Merlack back at it here. Collinsville trailing by 11. Only scoring 2 points in the first quarter. Needs some points and lots of them here. Here is Hall. Hall kicks it over to Plummer. Plummer on the wing, into the corner, trying to find Merlack, but that's pushed out of bounds by Tart. And Collinsville will inbound from there. Sideline pass comes in from Plummer. Plummer has to hurry. She finally does so. Bardwell gets it, and Bardwell takes it back toward midcourt and gives it up for Merlack. Ricky Merlack, Lady Kahok golfer, got to meet her and interview her on our very first show that we had on This Week in Kahok's Nation in lieu of sports during the shutdown of sports during the pandemic. Here is Bardwell. Bardwell gives it up now for Merlack. O'Fallon players all over the place on defense. Merlack races in and takes a couple of girls with her, but she's going to get called for the charging foul. And that is her first, team second. Hall goes to the bench as Emma Rubashitsky comes back in. O'Fallon leading by 11. 7 minutes to go here in this first half. Lady Panthers with the ball once again. Over on the far side is McNary. McNary back over this way for Tart. Into the corner for Keel for 3. That rattles but will not fall. And a jump ball called. Possession arrow in favor of O'Fallon. Hawkins will check back into the game. And Harris will come back in for Collinsville. Merlack to the bench. Hawkins replaces Mueller. And the inbound pass coming from McNary all the way out front to Hawkins, who just hands it off to Tart. Now another three-point shot on the way. That one misses everything and falls right down into the hands of Bardwell. Bardwell being double-teamed in the backcourt. Plummer was wide open. She races up the sideline and then has the ball knocked out of her hands. And Collinsville will get to keep it. 6:37 to play here in this second quarter. 13-2. That's what we had after one quarter of play. That's where we stand right now. Harris looking to inbound and foul before the inbound pass could come in. Claire Keel picks up her first, and O'Fallon up to 5 now. As far as team fouls are concerned, Harris inbounds to Plummer. Plummer back to Harris. Little baseline shot. Can't get it to fall, though. Rebound belongs to Hawkins and O'Fallon, but it's turned over. Oh, man. Shot that hit the bottom of the rim by Montgomery. Now she bluffs, drives baseline, kicks it out, and there's no one there to take it. So each team committing their 9th turnover in that sequence. But Collinsville, once again, unable to capitalize on the turnovers. Ricky Merlack will check back in. Montgomery to the bench. Inbound pass will come in front of the O'Fallon bench, and it'll come from Claire Keel into Harmony Tart. Tart across the timeline. Into the left-hand corner it goes. Now off the left-hand lane, and turnaround jump shot by Hawkins. Rolls across the rim. Won't go. Emma Rabashitsky is there with the rebound. Almost took an arm to the face. Now full court pressure in the backcourt. And a timeout called by head coach Steve Schneider for Collinsville before that ended up turning into a turnover. So we'll take a break as well, and we're back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Just because you can cut your own hair doesn't mean you should. The Shop, a great place in Collinsville for men and boys haircuts, is where you should take your hair. The Shop is owned and operated by Collinsville High School graduates Danny Kress and Jody Neiman, and is located at 103 South Seminary Street in Uptown Collinsville. The Shop isn't just another place to get a haircut, as Danny and Jody take great joy in getting to know their clients and look forward to turning those clients into friends. When you sit in a stylish chair at the Shop, Jody and Danny pride themselves on getting to know you well enough to say, the usual? So, men and boys, if you're tired of the same old cookie-cutter approach to haircuts, check out Danny and Jody at the Shop. You may just walk out with not only a fantastic cut, but you may also walk out with a friend or two. The Shop in Collinsville, 618-772-7175. No appointment necessary. The Shop, 103 South Seminary in Uptown Collinsville.
Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke, that's me. Jenna Scheller, she'll be on the court in the varsity game. Right now, she's helping out on the camera. Jordan Gary helped out in the first. Collinsville still struggling to hold on to the ball and turn turnovers into points. And meanwhile, a turnover by Collinsville turns into 2 more points. Riley Johnson on the scoreboard. And Collinsville now trailing by 13. Kahawks with the ball, and the inbound pass will come in from Bardwell over on the far side sideline. And it comes into Rabashitsky. Emma brings the ball up, splits the defense, keeps control, takes it into the paint from the free throw line, shot high off the glass, and it falls in. There we go. Maybe that's what it's going to take, some weird basket like that to get us going here. Maybe they'll all start falling now. Here is Hart over on the far side for McNary. Deep into the corner for Keel. She'll launch a 3 from there. It rolls across the rim. No good. Rebound belongs to Tart. Tart throws it into Hawkins, and before that, Tart travels. And another turnover for O'Fallon. Collinsville needs to turn those turnovers into points. Jayhawks trail by 11. That's what they trailed by at the end of one when it was 13-2. Now it's 15-4. Inbound pass comes in, and a travel because Merlack tried to put on the brakes, but the feet kept sliding. All right, in front of the scorer's table. Inbound pass will come in from Keel to Tart. Harmony Tart. Keel had that one go over her head, but no one there to pick up the trash, so O'Fallon gets to keep it. Hawkins turns around, gives to Mueller. Bounce pass back outside, and now McNary Rolls the ball over to Keel. Keel with a one bounce pass back over to McNary. To Hawkins just outside the lane. She's double teamed. Now she puts the ball on the floor and decides to split the defense and picks up her first 2 points, does Hawkins. Here's Rabashevsky. Backwards to Bardwell. Bardwell on the left wing. Now back over onto the right side for Harris. Far side sideline for Merlack. Merlack. Right hand dribble. Bounce pass to Bardwell. Bardwell at the free throw line. Gets ran into by Hawkins. And Hawkins will pick up her first foul. And it's the team's 6th. 4:26 to play. And since we have under 5 minutes to go, mandatory mask break time. So we will step aside for just a moment as well. Back in a minute on the Kahok Sports Network. The reviews are in. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is a hit in the Metro East. Folks both local and visiting the area are calling Old Herald Brewery and Distillery a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is located at 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville and is home to one of the only restaurants in the state with their own brewery and distillery that produces some of the best brews and spirits in the area. And the food, all created by an in-house chef using local ingredients that will please any palate. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville has daily specials, including patio service and curbside pickup. Get yourself a bottle or a growler to go, or dine on their patio where you can hear live music every Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Don't forget about Old Herald's open mic night the second and last Tuesday of every month. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville. Check their Facebook page for daily specials, online ordering at oldheraldbrewery.com, or call 855-8027. Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, 17-4 in favor of O'Fallon here in this second quarter. Long uphill battle here for Collinsville, trailing by 13. Kahawks only scored 2 points in that first quarter. Bardwell with those, and since then, Emma Rabashevsky just knocked down a 2-point field goal, and it's been far and few between. No free throw participants thus far for Collinsville, but that could change soon as O'Fallon's already at team foul number 6. One more, and we'll be shooting some freebies. Inbound pass comes in, and back it comes to Harris. Harris gives the ball back to Galan, but Galan turns it over. And O'Fallon returns the favor. JV boys, O'Fallon 28, Collinsville 22. That game's at halftime. JV boys are undefeated. They are 3-0. Collinsville with the ball, needing some points. Hawkins just stood her up at the center court stripe and then clamped onto the ball, and the possession arrow in favor of O'Fallon. Tough sledding here. O'Fallon's got good teams, man. The Panthers girl team's probably one of the best teams in southeastern Illinois, or southwestern Illinois, excuse me. Off the glass for Hawkins. 2 more points for O'Fallon. And it's 19-4, halfway through quarter number 2. Here's Rabashevsky. Tried that no-look give-and-go pass to Galan, but knocked out of bounds. .350 left to play here in this first half. Inbound pass will come from Harris. Underneath of her own basket, offset left, and does so to Galan. And a bounce pass for Merlack is picked off by Jokerst. And Jokerst off the glass, can't get it to go, but the rebound is put back up and in by Keel. And O'Fallon extends their lead. Collinsville trying to find an answer here. Here's Bardwell into the paint, takes the shot, can't even get close to the basket. I think that was partially tipped, and the loose ball belongs to O'Fallon. 3:20 left to play here in this first half. Here's Mueller. Mueller all the way out front. Now around the horn it goes to Jogerst, over to Hawkins in the corner. Top of the key for 3. McNary, a little too strong, hit that fat part of the iron, and The rebound ends up out of bounds. O'Fallon gives the ball back to Collinsville. Lucy Montgomery checks back in, as does Plummer. Galan and Rubashinsky out. Plummer will inbound. Far side sideline to Montgomery, back to Plummer. Plummer gets it over to Merlack. Merlack moves it around Jokerst. And Merlack all the way down, and she is fouled, a blocking foul this time. This one is going to go against Macy Mueller. She becomes the first person on the floor to have multiple fouls with 2, and that is foul number 7 for O'Fallon. But Merlack was in the process of shooting, so she'll be up there shooting 2 anyway. First one misses. Harmony Tart and Riley Johnson check back in. Hawkins and McNary to the bench for the Panthers. One more shot coming for Ricky Merlack. Good. Fallon with the ball. Keel to Tart. And double team just outside the lane is Mueller, and that double team causes a turnover. And Collinsville will see if they can turn this into points. 2:40 left to play here in this first half. Here's Bardwell. Gets it up to Merlack. Merlack skirts the free throw line, pulls up short, takes a shot. That's partially blocked by the very tall Riley Johnson. Johnson had her hands up, too. That didn't help. That makes her even taller. And now a shot, no good. Harris there with the loose ball underneath the basket. Harris is fouled as that ball hits the bottom of the rim. And another foul coming up against O'Fallon, and this one will be against Claire Keel. Now she has 2, and it's the team's 8th. Harris at the free throw line. Good. She has her first points, does Harris. And one more coming her way. No good on that one. Rebound. And that belongs to Johnson. And O'Fallon brings the ball back up. Here's Tart in the corner. Now she's double teamed and gets it to Johnson. Johnson into the paint, takes the shot off the back of the rim, won't fall in. And then the rebound belongs to Mueller, and Mueller is fouled in the process. And this one's going to go against Katie Bardwell. That's her first. Only Collinsville's third here in this first half. Inbound pass from McNary. To the right wing, that's Tart. Tart being hassled by Merlack. Almost lost control of the ball. Now back into Johnson. Johnson's going to try it again, but she has to split the defense and count the basket. And Johnson will have a chance to go up to the line to turn it into a three-point play. Johnson's first trip to the free throw line. No good. Rebound belongs to Montgomery. She lost her mask. And now, almost losing the ball is Merlack. Merlack finds Montgomery while she's on the ground and gives to Bardwell. Bardwell over to Merlack. 1:45 to play here in this first half. Montgomery into the corner now for Harris, on the wing for Bardwell. Bardwell, right-hand dribble, switches over to the left-hand side. Harris has that three-point shot blocked on a nice play by Tart coming in. Collinsville's only tried 2 3-point shots here in this game. I mean, Montgomery's mask broke. That's why it came off. Harris set to inbound. Does so to Plummer. Plummer out front for Bardwell. Bardwell gets double teamed. Finds Plummer. Plummer had her arm chopped at. That's why that ball never made it up to the basket. So Plummer will head to the free throw line. And a foul belonging to Sammy McNary. And now Keel, Mueller, and McNary all have 2 fouls. 9th team foul for O'Fallon. Plummer at the free throw line. Peyton hits the first one. 5'3" freshman. And Collinsville has had 2 field goals now and 3 free throws. Plummer can't make the second one fall. Johnson with the rebound. And out of the backcourt come the Panthers. That's Tart. Tart fires a pass over to Mueller. Mueller from the left wing. Skirts the free throw line. 3-point shot on the way, and that one's good for Jolgerst. And O'Fallon pours onto their lead. 26-7. Here's Bardwell. Under a minute to play here in this first half. Montgomery with it over to Plummer. Plummer in the corner trying to give it a go and back to Montgomery, and she's almost pushed out of bounds by Hawkins. Nice job getting it back to Merlack, and now a foul. This one is going to belong to Jolkerst, and she joins the 2-foul hit parade. 10th foul, so 2 shots coming up. Ricky Merlack. A little short. So Ricky is now 1 for 3 from the free throw line, trying to make it an even 50% if she makes this one. Won't fall in either. Rebound belongs to O'Fallon. Panthers bring it back up. Here is Mueller. Mueller onto the wing now for Tart. Into the paint for Johnson. Johnson high off the glass, can't get it to fall, gets her own rebound, but there's a foul, and somebody in gold committed that foul. And that one belongs to Johnson. So now Johnson has 2 fouls as well. Collinsville will get the ball back with 36.2 seconds to play. Bardwell to the free throw line. Shooting 2. Missed on the first, did Katie, 5'8" freshman. Second one almost didn't want to go, but it finally falls in, and Collinsville putting on some backcourt pressure, trying to turn that ball over and get some more points. Meanwhile, Johnson hits nothing but net there on that little 6-foot jump shot. 20 seconds to play here in this first half. Here is Merlack. Merlack over to Plummer. Plummer trying to thread the needle and get it into Montgomery, but she was double teamed, and Hawkins is the one who comes away with the ball. Over to Jolkerst, and off the glass, high, won't fall. Rebound put up right at the buzzer, right before the buzzer for Riley Johnson, and that is the way that the second quarter comes to a close. 30-8 in favor of O'Fallon. After one half of play, we're going to take a timeout. We'll add up some numbers for you and bring you what we have here in this first half. We are back in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design.
Call Up Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Call Up Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Call Up Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Call Up Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Call Up Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at callupjennings.com.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
Once again, welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, halftime of this junior varsity Lady Kahawks basketball game. And it is a 30-8 halftime lead by the O'Fallon Panthers. O'Fallon led by 11 after one quarter of play, and then outscored Collinsville 17-6 in that second quarter. So that gives Collinsville a 22-point deficit to deal with. So basically, O'Fallon has doubled up from their 11-point first quarter lead. They added 11 more onto it, and they have a 22-point lead at the end of one half of play. Leading scorers in this one right now is Kendall Jolgerst for O'Fallon. She has knocked down 9 points. Riley Johnson right behind her with 8. And then right behind Johnson, you have Claire Keel with 7. Then you have Sanaa Hawkins with 4 and 2 points for Harmony Tart. A little less on the other side for Collinsville. Katie Bardwell's 3 points leads her team. Emma Rabashitsky has 2, and then 1 point apiece for Ricky Merlack, Sanaa Harris, and Peyton Plummer. Rebound battle being won by O'Fallon. They have 13 boards compared to 8 for Collinsville. Collinsville has turned the ball over 16 times compared to 14 times for O'Fallon. So both teams turning the ball over quite regularly. And then from the lines, Collinsville been to the free throw line 10 times and have made 4. O'Fallon on a 2-for-2 performance from Harmony Tart. Exactly that, 2 for 2. Collinsville 0 for 2 from beyond the three-point stripe, while O'Fallon is 2 for 9 from beyond the three-point stripe. That's a look at your first half stats. Second half action coming your way in just a moment. I mentioned a little earlier some new sponsors that we have. One of those is Petroff Trucking. So we appreciate Adam Petroff reaching out and wanting to sign up with us. Certainly do appreciate it. And they have a lot of work going on around the Collinsville area. Matter of fact, one of their big projects right across the street from the football field where they're clearing out that wooded area that has been over there for years. So a big thank you to all of our new sponsors. That includes Adam Petroff and Petroff Trucking, who we will hear from right now, and then we'll return the third quarter action on the Kahok Sports Network.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville, owned by former Kahok Jay Merkel. At Extreme Details, they believe in the value of community and in helping the community hold the value of their vehicles. A sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details offers drop-off, pickup, and delivery service, as well as a mobile service, whether that's a simple wash and wax or all the way up to a full detail job. No job is too big or too small for Extreme Details. Plus, Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal and vacuums every vehicle regardless of what package you choose. Cars, trucks, boats, motorcycles, and more. Extreme Details in Collinsville, open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 on Saturday. Call Jay Merkel for an appointment at 301-6033 or 977-1224.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you. Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke with you. As we are just about ready for second half action here in this junior varsity contest between Collinsville and O'Fallon. Right now it's all O'Fallon, 30-8. Rough first half there for the Lady Kahawks varsity, junior varsity team. Collinsville will get the ball back first to open up this second half. And we are underway. Kahawks with the ball. Here's Bardwell. Bardwell over to Plummer on the far side. Plummer now back to Merlack. Merlack bounces the ball over to Harris. Harris almost lost the handle on it, but does find it in time and saves it for Collinsville. Now Harris into the corner. Thought about baseline for a moment, but reverses direction. Now Plummer with it. Plummer drives and puts it into the corner for Merlack for three. That's a little bit too strong. And the loose ball comes onto the other side of the rim, and it's picked up by O'Fallon. And here is Tart. Tart back to Hawkins. Hawkins up underneath the basket. Gives it up for Mueller. Mueller over to this side for Keel. Keel with a two-arm pass back to Hawkins at the top of the key. Hawkins dribbles and drives just outside the lane. Takes the shot. Can't get it to go. And Harris with the rebound for Collinsville. Kahawks bring it up, needing lots of points and lots of them early and often. Here's Harris. Harris reverses direction, brings it over to the right wing, and turns the ball over. Coming up with the loose rock is Mueller. Mueller into the paint, ditches it off, and we're going to have a foul called against Lucy Montgomery. Collins only committed 3 fouls in that first half. Montgomery had one of those, so now she'll pick up her second. O'Fallon reached the 10-foul plateau, and Collinsville got sent to the free throw line, but again only managed to hit 4 of 10. First one misses for Hart. She had 2 of 2. She had the only 2 free throws in the first half for O'Fallon and hit both of them. Missed on the first one here. Second one, good. Wrong score. Hate it when I do that. Here is Rabashinsky over to Harris, and another turnover. 6:36 left to play, just underway here in quarter number 3. Got the varsity game coming up at the conclusion of this one. We'll shut down the old YouTube channel and then fire it back up when we're ready for varsity action. Here's a shot by Hawkins, no good. Ball on the ground, jump ball called, possession arrow in favor of O'Fallon. Three-point try, and it hits the inside of the rim and then pops up over on the top of the backboard. So Collinsville will get the ball. That you? Okay. I can't tell, man, because I can't see faces and you guys aren't wearing your numbers on your warm-up jersey, so. Ella Guerrero on the camera this time for round number 3, so Jordan Gary and Jenna Scheller are now young Miss Guerrero over here helping out. Collinsville trying to climb back into this one. Here's Montgomery. She had that ball ripped right out of her hands by Tart. Turns into another Kahok turnover, and O'Fallon trying to take advantage of it. Here is Mueller out front now for Jogers. Jogers to Hawkins, and up underneath for Mueller. Reverse layup, won't go. Rebound, second try, still won't go. And ball ends up out of bounds. Nice effort over there by Emma Rabashinsky trying to get that ball before it went out of bounds, but she couldn't. Inbound pass comes into Hawkins. Hawkins gets around Montgomery and a little bit of a reverse hook layup there, and Hawkins has her first points here in the second half, and O'Fallon extends their lead 33-8 in favor of the Lady Panthers. Here is Ricky Merlack. Merlack drives over on the far side and then is fouled. Is she? Yes. We're going to go the other way. We have an offensive foul. That one goes against Ricky Merlack. That'll be her second. And ball off of the foot. Yeah, see. I had 2 number 12s listed. And up underneath the basket, there's Johnson. I had 2 number 12s listed when they gave me the roster, and one of them was Jogerst, and the other one was Courtney Connors. I'm being told that this one is Courtney Connors. And it's under 5 minutes to go, so a mandatory mask break is upon us, and we will step aside as well, and we are back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background-checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt. Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Back to action here. Hawkins with a shot, and the rebound belonged to Johnson. Johnson put it back in, and it's now 35-8 in favor of O'Fallon. Here is Merlack. Bounce pass to Hall. Hall takes it from the near side, far side to near side, and now she gets it right back from Bardwell and having a hard time trying to find out what to do with it. And ends up throwing it away, and that turns into, a rebound, and then a shot, and still no good. Another rebound. Who's this one belong to? That one belongs to Collinsville. Here's Bardwell. Bardwell over to Hall. Hall to Merlack. Merlack in the slot between the top of the key and the Kahok logo at center court. Now Merlack makes her move. Bounces it over to Hall. Hall fouled by Johnson. That'll be Johnson's third. So I have a number 12 on the varsity side, too, for my next game, and I have that one written down as Courtney Connors. I wonder if it's actually going to be Kendall Jogurst. Emma Rabashitsky with the ball, a behind-the-back bounce to Merlack. Merlack cuts through the lane and then gets tripped. I'm going to say that O'Fallon was the last one to touch it, however. Bardwell didn't stay on the bench very long. She was replaced by Maisie Gillen. Gillen stays in. Merlack comes out. Inbound pass from Harris to Gillen. Gillen, one dribble and picks up her dribble right there outside the lane. Gives it up, and now Harris with it. Harris to Rabashitsky. Rabashitsky, bounce pass over to Bardwell. Bardwell from the left wing into the paint. Turnaround shot by Gillen. No good, and the rebound belongs to O'Fallon. 3:20 left to play here in this third quarter. Taking it all the way down, but not capitalizing. And then a loose ball picked up by Hawkins, but she couldn't control it, and it ends up out of bounds. Collinsville will get the ball back. 3:14 left to play. Third quarter, 35-8 in favor of O'Fallon. We're over halfway through this third quarter, and Collinsville looking for their first third quarter points. Harris to Rabashitsky. Rabashitsky brings it up. Emma approaches the timeline with 3:05 left to play here in this third quarter. Hall. Turnover. Inbound pass to Keel. She brings it up across midcourt. Hands the ball off to McNary, and a shot no good, and the rebound belongs to Emma Rabashitsky had a hand on it and slung it back in right to a teammate, but the referee said she stepped on the line first. So Keel to Johnson. Johnson trying to get up and over Gilland, and she ends up committing a foul, does Maisie. That's her first, team third here in this second half. Well, Fallon's only committed the one foul so far. And O'Reilly Johnson to the free throw line for the first time this afternoon. A little short on the first attempt. Merlack comes back in. Rabashitsky to the bench. Johnson misses both. Rebound belongs to Hall. She'll get it up to Harris, and Harris will bring the ball up across the midcourt stripe with 2:35 left to play here in quarter number 3. Here is Bardwell. Bardwell into the perimeter, outside the lane, gives it up now, and Galan gives it right back. Bardwell at the free throw line takes an off-balance shot, and she'll go to the free throw line for 2 after she was fouled in mid-shot. This one's going to go against McNary. That'll be her third. Team second. And Bardwell, 1 for 2 in the first half from the free throw line, and can't get that one to fall in. Took a high bounce. Thought it was going to come straight down into the netting, but it didn't. Carly Jo Jackson, the 5'10 freshman, into the game for the first time. Bardwell hits the second one. First points this half come from the free throw line, 35-9. Over on the far side, now Johnson with it, lost the handle on it, gives it up for McNary. And then back to Mueller and a bounce pass, but turnover by O'Fallon will give the ball back to Collinsville. Comes with 2:13 left to play here in this third quarter. Ricky Merlack brings it across the timeline and a pass to Jackson. Now over to Hall. Hall almost traveled with it again. Now over to Plummer. Plummer had that ball picked right off by Connors. Connors brings it up and a give and go as they had a 2-on-1 break. No one could do it. Johnson with another try, and she'll finally put it back up and in. A couple of offensive rebounds. And it's 37-9 in favor of O'Fallon, and Johnson trying to make it a 38 spot, and she does. 1:51 left to play here in this third quarter. Harmony Tart comes back into the game, taking the place of McNary. Inbound pass coming in from Plummer to Bardwell. Bardwell, yep, telegraphed that pass. Was looking at Plummer the whole time, and making the move on that was Connors. It's like a safety reading the quarterback's eyes there. Bardwell inbounds, does so to Jackson. Back over to Bardwell. Bardwell to Plummer. Plummer, one bounce, gives it up to Jackson. Back out this way for Merlack, right in front of Coach Snyder. Merlack takes it the opposite direction, bounces it into the corner for Plummer. Plummer throws it up for grabs, and grabbing it was a person in the gold jersey. That's Tart. Tart brings it all the way down, gives it up for Johnson, and Johnson all alone over there on that left low post. Didn't have much of a problem there, turning that into 2 points. 40-9. 1:05 to play here in this third quarter. There's Merlack. Over to Bardwell. Bardwell getting pressured over there by Tart. O'Fallon defense, they're smothering. They have been smothering the Kahawks this whole game. And the scoreboard shows. Another turnover for Collinsville. Here is Connors, and 2 points for her. Makes it 42-9. Final 35 seconds left to play here in quarter number 3. Pass goes over to Plummer. Plummer back over this way now for Jackson. Jackson will hand the ball off to Merlack as she came from the corner out front. And then Merlack backs all the way up into the logo. Here's Hall. Jackson kicked that ball into the backcourt. That's going to be a whistle anyway as soon as he touches it. Backcourt violation. .7 seconds left to play here in this third quarter. And O'Fallon will get the ball back right by their basket to try to extend that lead. Inbound pass comes in. Back out front. 3-point shot coming from Johnson, and she hits nothing but net. And the lead continues to grow. At the end of the third quarter, it is 45-9 in favor of the O'Fallon Panthers, and we will step aside, take a break, and come back with fourth quarter action, and that'll be coming your way here in just mere moments on the Kahok Sports Network.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, I'm back to multitasking. All my varsity girls had to go get ready for their game. So I'll try to remember to move the camera. Out it goes to Harris. Now over to Hall. Hall stops her dribble and gives it up to Plummer. Plummer back over this way to Ravashitsky in front of the free throw line. Emma takes a shot, can't get it to fall. Rebound belongs to O'Fallon. Panthers bring it back up quickly. Here is a shot off the glass. That's good for two for Hart. And we go to 47-9. And a turnover by Collinsville, and we'll head it back the other way again. Fallon with the ball. Here's Keel. Now a pass underneath for Hawkins. Back over to this way, and a three-point shot from Tart. That one skips across the rim, and the rebound belongs to O'Fallon. Hawkins gets it, gives it up, and off the glass for two for Macy Mueller, and that is her first points of this game. Collinsville brings it up. Emma Ravashitsky crosses the timeline. It is a 40-point lead, and we're in the fourth quarter. I believe that means we are going to have running clock for the rest of this game. As O'Fallon takes advantage of another Collinsville giveaway. And the Panthers with Tart back over here now for Keel with a three-point shot of her own. A little bit too strong, knocked out of bounds, they say by Hall. And O'Fallon will get to keep it. Steve Schneider giving his girls some encouragement and direction. Out to the wing it goes for Tart. Inside now for Mueller. And ball that's turned over as Connors couldn't hold on to it. .5:33 and counting. We do have running clock. Emma Ravashitsky brings the ball up. Here is Emma with a shot. There you go. 4 points now for Emma Ravashitsky, and it is 49-11. Collinsville finally getting into double digits. Took them better parts of 3.5 quarters almost. Travel by O'Fallon will give the ball back to Collinsville. Mask timeout forthcoming, so we will step aside as well. They do stop the clock for the mask timeout, so you don't have to worry about like going on a commercial break and coming back and the game being over, so that's a good thing. Another one of our new sponsors, GASA Storage. We appreciate the new sponsors coming in, and GASA, if you have one of those expensive adult toys, RVs, campers, boats, stuff like that, GASA Storage can help you out. We'll hear from them next and come back to continue this fourth quarter action on the Kahok Sports Network. Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA Storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA Storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, GASA Storage at gmail.com, or call today,
GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100.
Looking to buy a new home or sell your current one? Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now. Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis to help you find the perfect home or to help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at 618-780-4622 or visit them online at blaylockteam.com or on Facebook at the Blaylock Team.
Back to action. Collinsville turned the ball over. Fallon brought it back. And then it was pushed out of bounds. Inbound pass comes into Johnson. 3-point shot and nothing but net there for Sammy McNary. And McNary has her first points of this game. 52-11. Fallon very much in control of this one. And here is Rabashinsky. Rabashinsky over into the corner for Harris. She drives baseline, pulls up, takes the shot, didn't quite make it all the way. Not sure if it was partially tipped. Plummer gets the ball back, and she throws it up. No good. And a rebound effort put back up, but still will not fall in for Jay Ortiz, the 5'9" freshman. And a foul belongs to McNary. That'll be her fourth. Team's third. Fouls have calmed down a lot since that first half. Clock continues to run, though, since we had a 40-point lead in the fourth quarter. So that constitutes running clock. And Ortiz misses the first one. We'll have another one. Coach Snyder clearing his bench, getting some underclassmen in there. Freshman. Miss on both. And the rebound belongs to O'Fallon. Panthers bring it back up on the wing. Connors back out front now for Tart. Over to Connors on the left wing. Bounce pass just outside the lane into the paint for Mueller. No good. 3-point shot for McNary. This one misses the mark this time. Rebound is on the ground, and it is going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of O'Fallon. 2:40 and counting here with the running clock. O'Fallon in control, 52-11. Inbound pass is going to come in eventually, right? And does so to McNary. Now into the corner, wide open for a three-pointer of her own. Connors misses the mark, and the rebound is hauled down by Morgan Duke. Nice last name there, Morgan. There is Emma Rabashinsky. Rabashinsky over to, almost took it in the face there, did Jackson. Jackson, one dribble, picks it up and knocked out of bounds. And it knocked into the plexiglass right in front of Chris Kettler there at the scorer's table and knocked over his tablet. And he's watching the boys' game, or keeping tabs on the boys' game while he's doing his responsibilities here. He's the one I'm getting my updates from. I think the clock got knocked off. Now we're back. Under 2 minutes to go. Inbound pass coming in from Hannah Ralston. Ralston gets it into Rabashinsky. Rabashinsky over to Jackson. Jackson back over to Emma. And a pass once again to Jackson. 90 seconds left to play in this one. That ball's kicked out of bounds, and that's not allowed in basketball. Rabashinsky inbounds, does so to Ralston. Ralston back over this way now for Jackson. Jackson. Telegraphing these passes. These girls are eyeing these passes like a cornerback, I'm telling you. Here's Jackson over to Duke. Duke gets double teamed and bounces a pass over to Ortiz. Ortiz almost had the ball ripped out of her hands from behind. Gets out of it with a dribble and then gets tripped up. No call on the play and a jump ball called. Possession arrow remains in favor of Collinsville as we are under a minute to go as the clock continues to tick here. Inbound pass comes in. Rabashinsky to Duke. Duke for three. Just skipped across that fat part of the iron. Rebound by Collinsville. Put back up, but it's partially blocked, and then a whistle will stop the action. And a foul will be handed out to Hannah Ralston. 52-11, final 30 seconds left to play in this one. And head coach Stephanie Copeland just tells Tart to stand back there and hold it at midcourt. That's what she does, and as the time continues to speed on by here, this game will be in the books, 52-11. O'Fallon will come away with the victory. And at the buzzer, we will say so long for just a little while as we will take a little bit of a break and get everything set up for the varsity game. And we will be back in probably 5 minutes or so with that. So we're back in just a moment after the JV team loses a tough one, 52-11 here to O'Fallon. My name is Todd Duke, and we're back to you in just a little